Loop is Australia's largest community of creative professionals. So we essentially help amazingly talented creatives connect with commercial opportunities. So, for example, today, the pictures you're about to see, we did a call out to our community and said, who's got an incredible idea that want to get it off the ground and want help to get that idea off the ground? And so we're all about connecting creatives with opportunities.
You've been running for 3 years?
We have.
Okay. How do I get involved with the Loop?
Just Google the Loop, I guess. I've got to love Google for that.
Okay, and you just jump on board,
join board, create a profile. It's free for all creatives in Australia to create a multimedia profile, so a portfolio online, and then once you're online, just start connecting with other amazing creatives and start collaborating.
Now, what you said in the weeks preceding TEDxSydney, because I know that your online community and you yourself love TEDx, you said, we want ideas worth spreading from you guys, and what, you get a ticket if you enter or you have a good idea. Is that kind of the basic idea?
Yeah, you basically got a ticket if you entered your idea, but, you know, it's amazing. It's really hard to get an idea off the ground. I had to do it myself, so I thought, why not crowdsource people to help other people get ideas off the ground? So that's why we started doing the idea pitching session.
Speaking of good ideas, the Loop is a fantastic idea, and this idea of pitching ideas to us to get tickets is another great idea. There's so many ideas. I'm getting confused. Pip, come here for Pip. Thank you very much, Pip.
Thank you.
Now we have the first of our loopy ideas. Can I say that? Does that sound rude? That's a bit pejorative, isn't it? Ideas from the Loop. We've got two fellas on stage. Now, we heard a little bit from them earlier, and they have an interesting idea around DIY courses. Chester, Matt, welcome to the stage. Can we welcome the fellas to the stage, please? Thank you very much, guys. Keeping that up. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is a fresh idea, fresh off the press, still a little bit hot. What is it?
So, workshop is, we're going to offer a broad range of creative short courses in arts, crafts and life skills. So everything from screen printing to illustrating to learning the ukulele or blending your own tea. So we're going to have a course for basically everyone.
So basically we're going to create a place where people can unleash their inner awesome. So alongside these classes, we'll also open the space up for local artists to display their work, and also to community groups to come and meet and spread their message.
So in a world that's just dominated by technology and mass media and everyone's on their iPhones, what we're trying to do is create a fun environment where people can get together and experience the joy of creating things with their hands and their hearts and their minds.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Frankie magazine, right? Yep. It's very Frankie magazine, because Frankie, one of the magazines in Australia which is actually going upways in terms of circulation when so many are going down, but it's so DIY, isn't it? It's all about doing stuff for yourself. It's like we're kind of going back, we're sick of just consuming and we want to make again.
Exactly right, exactly right.
We want to learn. So ukuleles, what were some of the other ideas?
We're doing screen printing, illustration, so just fun little courses to encourage people to step away from their computers and go out and make something.
Okay, and how would this work? Is it kind of dictated by what people say online, and then the courses are run a city near you, or how do you...
Yeah, so we've got a Facebook page, which is Workshop Australia, which you can go ahead and like, and we're going to put ideas for courses on the actual Facebook page, and we're enlisting the help of local artisans and businesses to come and run the courses.
Okay, how do we find that Facebook page finally?
So on Facebook it's Workshop Australia, or you can pop us an email to hello@work-shop.com.au, or come and say good day and grab one of our business cards and come and do a course.
Yeah, we really look forward to seeing you at Workshop.
One last question. How did you guys get headsets? Because why have I got the mic and you're fully geared up?
Apparently they're for the good-looking blokes.
That's outrageous. Guys, come here for the guys. Thank you so much. Now just keep that applause rolling, because we've got our next idea coming up. Stephanie enters to rapturous applause from you guys. Don't get tired on me. Don't get lazy on me. Stephanie.
Hi, Tim.
Hi. What's your idea?
My idea, worth spreading, is called feasttofeed.org. And it's a social network, much like Facebook, where you can sign up and enter your participation to work with World Food Day, which is a UN observed day, October 16th.
Okay. So how does this work? Basically, we get to have a belly full of food for a good cause. Is that a way that I could sum it up?
Well, it is. It's two-pronged. One way is, of course, the volunteers who agree to dine out, and I've nicknamed this International Dine Out Day. So one is the foodies who want to dine out, and secondly are the restaurants who agree to participate. I believe that everyone has a pet restaurant that you give your business to all year long, and my idea was simply to go to the restaurant and say, I want you to make a $200 donation to thank me for all my business all year long, but I promise I'll come and dine out on World Food Day and bring my friends. And my idea was 16 on the 16th. So every person would invite 16 people on October 16th to dine with them in the restaurant that chooses. The restaurant has an upside because it gets to participate and be a part of an online directory on feasttofeed.org as a designated venue, as well as people can come together, enjoy great food. And the best part about it, though, is that the money that we raise works with the telefood programs from the UNFAO. And they fund sustainable and local agriculture projects in developing countries with local NGOs.
Okay. Now, this is not a half-baked idea, is it? This idea is, you've got plenty of detail there. You know what you're doing. What day is the 16th?
October 16th.
Of the week.
It changes every year.
It does, doesn't it? But I suppose what I'm saying is, on a Monday night or a Tuesday night, a lot of these businesses wouldn't be doing a lot of trade, so that'd be a perfect night to have it, I suppose.
Well, but you could also, much like many nonprofits do, you can self-organize, because it's only $200 is the barrier to entry to participate.
It's a Wednesday
this year.
Wednesday, which is not a bad day. Yeah.
No, it's a good day.
I like
good
Wednesday.
night out. But it's a chance to work together collectively, and also to work on sustainable projects for food security and local sourcing.
How do I get behind this? How do I find out more?
You go to feasttofeed.org. It is live, and sign up, register an interest to either become a volunteer, to participate, or to be a restaurant that wants to host a venue.
Feasttofeed.org. Fantastic. Can we please hear it for Stephanie? This is an amazing idea. This is a great idea. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, I know I look strange not standing up, but it's because there's a projection coming down. Come and sit down, Melanie. Come here for Melanie, please. Now, we heard a bit about Melanie's idea earlier. Now, this is where you've already done some of this, haven't you, in South America, where you go to regional communities with movies, and it's all about building community, because, of course, movies is something you do together.
It's about providing access to entertainment, education and ideas through the form of film to communities who don't normally have that opportunity to access a cinema. I mean, it's just such a basic idea, but the impacts of watching a movie can be lifelong.
And what kind of films are they?
We can show anything. Last year we went to South America and we worked with the Sydney Latin American Film Festival. So we got all films in Spanish and we brought them to rural communities, documentaries, short films about human rights, cartoons for kids, anything that a community wants to watch or wants to be inspired by.
It is amazing. How do you, is it a truck and you've got a projector on it, or what do you need to run this?
We brought this to South America, a little projector, yeah.
Wow.
I remember one time we were in a rural school in Peru and we used a sheet as a projector screen, and one of the little boys went up to the sheet and looked behind it to see where the images were coming from.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really special to do it with people like that.
That reminds me, Melanie, we have people tuning into this satellite feed from all over the world. People in Berlin, people in Wellington, people in Melbourne, even Mudgee, would you believe? I didn't even know they had that kind of technology in Mudgee.
Well, we'd love to go to Mudgee.
Hi to Mudgee. But also Lima, Peru is something that they have. I shouldn't say bad things about Mudgee. I'll get terrible tweets at me now. I didn't mean that. That was just a joke. You guys are great. I know you guys are totally up to date like the rest of us. And I went to Tasmania once, and I was on stage somewhere, and I go, I'm just surprised you guys speak English down here. And I thought that was just a little joke. And they were really hurt. It was a really bad
I'm
move.
half Tasmanian, so...
Oh, I didn't know that. Right. Whoa. Okay. All right. Let's move on to stuff. Guys, can we hear from Melanie? How do we get involved?
You can look us up on Facebook through as Cinema Social Club.
Okay, can we hear from Melanie, please? Amazing. And we've got one final idea. James, welcome him to the stage. Keep that applause rolling. Now, James, of course, you have our final idea. Give it to us.
So Food Orbit is an online platform that connects wholesale buyers of food with local farmers and producers all online. So, yeah, we're trying to change the food system. We're shortening the supply chain. We're cutting out the middleman. We're effectively doing this to be able to give farmers a fair price. We're creating a profile for the farmers so they can have a place to talk about their farm and their farming practices, list their inventory, and promote their business all online. And we're doing it in a highly visual and searchable format to enable buyers to go online, search by produce, by location, and by farm, and place one order from multiple farms.
I know that when you go overseas, they're amazed at the duopoly we have in our retail grocery sector.
Yes.
In the UK, they have about 5 big players, and they can't believe that basically we have only 2. And of course, that leads to incredible market power for them. Now, I know that some of the people that you would be replacing wouldn't necessarily be those 2 major players. They'd be kind of wholesalers.
Sure.
However, it can only be a good thing to get more players in our food market.
I agree, yeah.
How do we? How's this going to work? Is the site live? Is it up and running?
So the site goes live in late June. So everyone can get on our page, foodorbit.com. Like our Facebook page, tell your friends, just generally share the love and spread the word.
Okay, and this just to summarise it again,
Sure.
You've got farmers who want to sell their gear, and they sell it direct to the restaurant.
Direct to the
cutting
restaurant.
out the guy in the middle who greases his palm on the way.
Exactly that. What we found is the food system, there's too many people involved in the supply chain. We found farmers where they've let their whole orchard of oranges rot because it's cheaper for them to take that loss than it is for them to actually pay to get them picked and sold. More farmers are leaving their farms and going out of business every single year in Australia. And I feel like we need to actually do something to support our local farmers and act now before it's too late. So, yeah.
Milk is a really good example of that, and of course we can't go into it in a level of detail, which would be good. But I think the audience here is going to like it, unless of course they are involved in food distribution or work for Coles and Woolies. Can we hear it for James's idea, please? Thank you, James.